Hello, everybody. Welcome to our class today. It's so great to have everyone joining us. We are going to start you all on mute. So if you find that you are unmuted, please make sure to mute your microphone for now. And that way we'll be able to, everyone will be able to do well enough. Okay, welcome to the 2020 CS Music Online Convention. We're so excited to be here today and to welcome everyone. We're excited to have our presenter with Juilliard, Darrell Babidge. And welcome, Darrell. So great to see everyone. Before we get started, we do have a couple of housekeeping items to go over. We do have 4 singers with us today, and singers, just a reminder to be prepared with your accompaniment. And I will put some instructions in the chat as soon as we turn the time over to Darrell. So take a look at that and make sure that you've read over that, please. We will not have time for any volunteers today, so I apologize about that. Also, at the end, we will have time for just a few questions. So be prepared to put those in either in the chat, or you can virtually raise your hand by clicking at the participants button down at the bottom. And then finally, I just want to remind everyone to be positive and please be supportive of one another. And please don't give the singers advice. That is Darrell's job today. So Darrell, without any further ado, I'd love to have you introduce yourself.
Great. Hi. Well, I'm Darrell Babidge. I'm faculty at Juilliard. I think there's a bio about stuff that I've done and do. I'd love to get straight to it. So, do we have Katie Dobbs first?
Yes.
Katie, where are you?
Hello. Can you see me?
I actually can't, but I'm sure I will at some point.
Okay.
I need to try and work out who you are, where you are. There we go. Good. Just Katie, time's going to go really fast. So just tell me a little bit about yourself, like, you know, where your studies are, what you're going to sing now. And I'm going to then, let you sing and then we'll do our stuff.
Gotcha. So I'm Catherine Dobbs. I go to DePaul University and I'm going into junior year of undergraduate level. And today I will be singing Nur wer die Sehnsucht kennt by Tchaikovsky.
Great, thank you.
Okay. getrennt von aller Freude. Allein und getrennt von aller Freude. Schwindet mir, es breit mein Eingeweide. Nur wer die Sehnsucht kennt, weiß, was ich leide.
Beautiful. We're all, and there's a few, I see a few claps out there. Very good. Beautiful voice, really beautiful. What else do you sing? We've got such a short space of time, but I want to work on one thing. What other things do you sing? More up-tempo, higher? What repertoire would you sing?
Another piece I've been working on is Baba's aria from the Rake's Progress.
Okay.
It's a little bit more up-tempo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. You have a beautiful voice. I want to try this. I want to try this. So you do these beautiful colors. I think a lot of the dark is the correct dark that we hear, but I want it to be slightly taller, for want of a better word.
Gotcha.
So you're a great storyteller. I think that's a really good sign of an artist when you have a story to tell, you understand the text, you're not just singing notes. I want to try this though. I want you to think of, if I said to you, I want to be more hoity-toity, would you know what I meant?
Yeah, I think so.
Because right now you're kind of like, ha, 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 ha. I want, ho, 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 ho. Can you start again? I want to feel that you've been given this light, that you're lifting the face up a little bit more.
Okay.
We might sit in the mask and the cheeks, but I want you to think, oh, and sometimes you're like, oh, and I think it's okay. I think it's a dramatic choice.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to see, you can smile in a way. I'd want you to smile, even though it's not like a song to smile with. I need to smile and give me more. Oh, can you start from the beginning? Are you using accompanist?
I'm using a pre-recording from my accompanist at College.
Yeah, I think we're going to avoid not playing that for now and just do a cappella. Is that okay? Just because it'll be different. It'll hard to start and stop.
Yeah, gotcha.
If you need a pitch, do you want me to give you a pitch?
I think I got it. Thank you.
Good. You go, no very, oh, just me go, ho, 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 ho. Yeah, no, that's too dark. You're going, ho, 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 ho. I went, ho, 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 ho. Ah, nice. Yeah, I mean, you probably laugh like that, right? Do you laugh? Are you a high laugher?
A little bit high, yeah.
Yeah. I need a little bit of that because you're like, ho, ho, ho. I went, ho, 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 ho.
Gotcha.
Can you do that? Just go, ho, 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 and then just start singing for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Ho, 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 ho. Good. Yeah. And the reason I like that, you're not going, it's more in a speaking place and a more of an authentic dark sound that we like.
Yes.
And then I just feel the sound to stay that way. You have a beautiful voice. There's no getting away from that. It's beautiful. And you're doing some really great things technically. I want you to keep going, not Good, let's carry on. Okay. Maybe the second phrase. Do you have perfect pitch? Do you have perfect pitch?
I have
relative. You're good. You're good. You don't need a pitch. You're good.
So the second phrase?
Yeah.
Okay. Weiß, was ich
I want was for. Go ho ho ho. Show it in your eyes. Show it in your eyes. Ho 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 ho. Can you just... there we go.
Gotcha.
You're allowed to smile sometimes, even in sad pieces. It's okay.
Yes.
And sometimes I might need a singer to give me a very like worried look, even though it's a happy piece. For you, you need to give a little bit more here because there's a little hook. So let's do that again. Ho, 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 ho. Yeah, it's nice. Nice. Yes, I didn't hear that before. That's beautiful. Carry on. It's great. Good. I love that. You see, I don't think that's a necessarily new concept to you, but there's a lot more color to that. It's a lot more polished. The one before was a little thick to my ear and kind of blowing the sound a little bit. Now you're like, ho, 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 no, ho. It's almost like you got a little too dramatic for us, and then the sounds didn't always stay in that beautiful place that you've got right now. Good, let's carry on that stunning singing, what you're doing right now.
Gotcha.
Oh, keep it in the same place. You don't need to push into that.
Okay.
You go. Oh, give me that laugh again. Good. That's where you need to put everything. It's beautiful when you go in that place.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Continue on.
That's beautiful.
Yes. Okay.
Not bad, but you're still digging a little bit. You're digging down. You're digging down. Don't dig down. Just think of it as a speaking place. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Do nothing. Do nothing.
Gotcha.
Beautiful. I just want to work on that. Good. It's so much better to my ear, and it's fun. You have this beautiful smile now in the eyes, but it still feels appropriate to the text.
Yes.
The one at the beginning was kind of a little scary, and now this one has a very connected. You connect more to the text visually, and it's beautiful in your face, and it does all the right things.
Gotcha.
A line. Think of aloin, not ala, aloin.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very different. I think you're kind of going, before then you were kind of just hoping to get the note. That's kind of was how I noticed it. Ala, aloin, which in essence means that you're actually supporting that sound better. Aloin, it's the same idea. On ala. Beautiful.
Yes.
That was very different. That was very different.
Yes. Again, or?
No, you can carry on though. You fixed it. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
You go, oh. Don't dig down for it. Keep it in the same, that really nice spot that you've got as you descend the scale.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Find it.
Gotcha.
Nice. What is that? Is that Mia? M-I-R?
Yeah, Mir, yeah.
You're kind of modifying too much. You're going, ma, ma. Be true to the vowel. Mia. Yes, it's way better. The other one, you open the throat, gets too cloudy. It doesn't have that thing.
Gotcha.
Good. That's beautiful. To me, that's more supported. It's cleaner. It's got more of a polished sound. Well done. Thank you. Thank you, Katie. Appreciate it. Good work. Really good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's perfect. So if Emilia wants to unmute herself, she would be next.
Hi, my name's Amelia Bailey. I'm 15 years old, and today I will be singing The Sun Whose Rays Are All Ablaze by Gilbert and Sullivan. The sun whose rays are all ablaze with ever-living glory does not deny his majesty. He scorns to tell a story. He would exclaim, I blush for shame, so kindly be indulgent. But fierce and bold and fiery gold, he glories all effulgent. I mean to rule the earth as he the sky. We really know our worth, the sun and I. We mean to rule the earth as he the sky. We really know our worth, the sun and I. Observe its flame at placid day, the moon's celestial highness. There's not a trace upon her face of diffidence or shyness. She burrows light all through the night, and kindly all acclaim her. And truth to tell, she lights up well, so I for one don't blame her. Ah, pray make no mistake, we are not shy, we're very wide awake, the moon and I. Ah, pray make no mistake, we are not shy, we're very wide awake, the moon and I.
Good job. Beautiful. So you're 15. What division are you in? Are you musical theatre or classical?
I do both.
Okay, good. So I'm going to challenge you in this piece to think a little bit more classically, just because sometimes the rhythm gets a little, it doesn't really stay clean in the rhythm. And then the sound, the beautiful sound that you have doesn't really stay with us. And sometimes it's something we all do. We forget that the first syllable of a phrase needs to have a little bit more color support to it. So let's start again, and I'll show you what I mean. It's beautiful singing. And I think, again, we might not use the accompaniment because we might stop and start. Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay, just start.
Yeah, yeah.
The sun whose rays are all ablaze.
Right. So what happens? You go, the sun, the sun, the sun. Give it a little bit more color into the word the and sun, because it is about the sun, right? Mm-hmm. Right now. And I'm hearing the sun whose rays, the sun whose rays. Give it a little bit more color to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
The sun whose rays are all ablaze.
So, Amelia, I mean, good. The sound was great. I didn't hear anything. How long is the note on the word the?
It's pretty fast. It's at long.
Is it an eighth or a 16th?
It's about an eighth. Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
Here, let me look for it. Yeah, it's just an eighth note.
I still think it needs to be longer.
Okay.
The sun whose rays.
Yeah.
You're going, the sun whose rays. It'll give more clarity to your sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
The sun whose rays are full of blaze with ever-living glory does not deny her majesty. She scorns to tell a story.
Good. I am going to challenge you though, maybe one more time. Can you put a little spin, like a maybe a vibrato, for want of a better word, to spin into the word at the beginning? Just a little bit of vibrato.
Okay. The sun whose rays are full of blaze.
Good, good. I want you to try this for me. I want to speak the words.
Okay.
Speak the words first, yeah.
The sun whose rays are all ablaze with ever-living glory.
Nice. That's good. It's funny. So quite often, even in classical singing, I feel it should be the way that we speak. And you just did it beautifully. But when you sing it, it's almost like you're singing the sun whose rays are all ablaze. And you just spoke it, the sun whose rays are all ablaze. The sun whose rays are all ablaze is what I'd like. Find that same energy that you did for that beautiful way you spoke it.
The sun whose rays are all ablaze with ever-living glory.
You're beautiful. Can you do it slower? The sun whose rays are all ablaze. Every note has that color to it. The reason I'm stopping a minute is that you're shortchanging us of this beautiful instrument that you've got. And sometimes we hear this beautiful sound, and a lot of the time we don't. It's like, oh no, don't give up. Give me all those. The sun whose rays are. So do it slower.
The sun whose rays are all ablaze with ever-living glory does not deny her majesty. She scorns to tell a story.
I love that. I mean, to me, that's fixed it for me. So tell me what you're feeling now, to maybe the first time you sang it, or does it feel slightly different to you?
It feels a little more almost sentimental, like I'm more thinking about the words, like they have more like of a sentimental meaning.
Yes.
Like more romantic kind of feeling.
Yeah. Do you feel it shouldn't be that way?
I think it should within whatever context you're doing it.
Yeah, I really like it that way. It's actually got more meaning to it. It felt a little too jokey, too jovial to me the first time. Plus, I'm hearing this beautiful line in your voice. And then we kind of see it in the face, and it looks a lot more relaxed to me, as well as it being earnest. And I think you were always being earnest, but this has a lot more connection to text. Let's carry on from where you left off. Well done, that's great.
Does not deny her majesty, she scorns to tell a story. He would exclaim, I blush for shame, so kindly be indulgent. But fierce and bold and fiery gold, he glories all effulgent.
Good. Do you play the piano?
A little bit. I know my way around the piano, but that's about it.
Well, do you just be kind of having a good time being quite rubatic? And I think you need to look at the note values and the rhythm. Sometimes you're kind of doing your own little thing there, which is fun to do, but in an audition, you'd want to really make sure, and if you're in the competition, just make sure you're really being true to the value of the notes. I'm not going to you need to just go and look at that by yourself. I don't talk about that anymore. Just carry on those. I like what you're doing technically. I like what's happening vocally.
Okay. He would exclaim, I blush for shame.
Can you spin? Do you know what I mean by the word spin? Like vibrato. You go. Yeah. Don't push it. Just let it ride.
He would exclaim, I blush for shame. So kindly be indulgent, but fierce and bold and fiery gold, he glories all
A lot better. Well done. Good. You can carry on. Beautiful. Yeah.
I mean to rule the earth as he the sky. We really know
What one of those words that we really know its worth? What's the word?
we really know our worth. It's a hard
Our worth, yeah. Really think, no.
Okay.
Yeah, what happens, it kind of goes in the throat, the sound gets slightly dissipated. Oh, our worth. Ah, is the way you would speak it, yeah.
Okay. We really know our worth.
Okay, do it again. Do it again. And I actually don't want you to breathe so well. You kind of breathe, you do this big breath, and I don't think it needs that much breath, which is kind of contrary, I guess, to what others might say we need to do. We need to breathe, we need to learn to breathe, it's got to be low, all those things. But I think you go, and actually you're using too much air, it doesn't stay in that nice speaky place.
Okay.
Like pretend you're singing these words for the very first time and you're just imagining the words as they come to you, not like programmed in your head. We all do that, but yeah.
Okay. We really know our worth, the sun and
Good. You did what I said, and then you didn't. You really didn't breathe at all. So I want you to still breathe.
Okay.
No, but not such a gasping way of the intake. I'm going to support better if I think of breathing without. What happens is that you go, oh, I want, oh, so as that's more shine, more color to the sound. Really think low. Don't breathe so wide in the mouth. I guess really that was what I was trying to say. Don't think of breathing so violently here. Yeah.
We really know the sun and I.
Can you spin on that? The sun and I. Yeah.
The sun and I.
Good.
We meant to rule the earth as he the sky. We really know our worth, the sun and I. Keep going.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
good. There's a fine balance. Of course, in a masterclass, it's really difficult to know in 10 minutes, right? The philosophy of what a teacher's trying to get. So it's just certain things that I'm working on. There's other things that we could, but you have this beautiful sound. What I'm trying to do is get away from it being a little pushed, keeping it clean, and this idea of just where it lies in the body. So quite often I talk about thread of chest. It doesn't mean it's got to be chest heavy or that you're belting, but I'm going to keep it. You see, yeah, I tap my sternum to find it. So I'm not just pushing, I'm just allowing resonance to happen. Let's carry on from where we left off. Yeah.
And Darrell, just so you know, we have about 1 minute left with her.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Thanks.
Just say those words. Say those words. I mean
to rule the earth as he the sky.
Beautiful. Now tap the sternum and sing it sing slightly slow with more connection to the sound. Tap the sternum.
I meant to rule the earth as he the sky. We really know our worth, the sun and I.
Good. And if you sing the sun, not the sun. Sing on the word the. Sing on the word the longer.
The sun and
I. Ah, nice, right? So the small word is actually quite important. Make the small words a little bit more important because it means that the tracking of resonance will be cleaner throughout the phrase. But wonderful stuff, really good. You have a beautiful voice. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Who's next? Keaton Brown.
I'm here. Hello.
Great. I don't see you, so I'm going to wait for you to come up on my big screen here. We still have Katie. No, we still have Amelia here. He's desperately trying to not be think for everyone. Anyway, great. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Keaton.
So I'll be singing Bella siccome un angelo from Don Pasquale by Donizetti, and I'm an undergraduate at the San Francisco Conservatory of Music.
Great. What year are you in?
I just finished my junior year.
Okay. Great.
Bella siccome un angelo in terra pellegrino, fresca siccome il giglio che s'apre sul mattino, occhio che parla e ride, sguardo che cor conquidea, chioma che vince le mano, sorriso incantator, sorriso incantator. Gente ingenua, che sei medesima ignora, modestia impareggiabile, bontà che v'innamora, ai miseri pietosa, gentil, dolce, amorosa, il cielo ha fatto nascere per far beato un cor, beato un cor. Il cielo ha fatto nascere per far beato un cor, per far beato un cor. Il cielo ha fatto nascere per far beato, beato, per far beato un cor.
Good job, Keaton.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Couple of very quick questions. What's your warm-up range? What's your exercise range?
Low G.
What's your non-performing range? Let me rephrase.
Highest I go warming up is A flat usually, or G.
Okay.
Above
High.
C.
And what low?
Yes.
How low do you go? Oh.
G.
Okay. Good. And have you always been baritone? Were you any talks about tenor? All those things?
It's been since I sang as a voice soprano before my voice changed,
Okay.
and since then I've sung baritone.
Good. Are you okay to think outside the box? We're just going to go for it. So I see a chair. Are you in your room, your bedroom?
Yeah.
Can you sit in your chair?
Sure.
I want you to sit in your chair, and if you can, maybe just come, actually go further back so I'll see you. Put your chair maybe in the room. And I want you to kind of just like slide down the chair. It's all to do with support, Keaton, really, for me. His beautiful voice, but I want it to have a little bit more hurt in it.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean by that? It's just a little bit more connection to the body.
Sure.
It has this really beautiful spin, but it doesn't always, to me, stay in the body.
Okay.
So I'm going to have, we might actually see you because you're going to slide down almost off the chair. You can then come back again, slide down, up, slide down.
Okay.
And you just go for it because I want you to feel like you're just going, ugh. So you're not going, da 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 da. I kind of hear, la. I want a little bit more of that. It's just, yeah.
Okay.
So slide down the chair.
Sure.
What note do you need?
A flat.
Okay. Yeah.
Si Angelo in terra pellegrino.
Keep going, very good.
Fresca si come il Giglio che s'apre sul mattino.
Good. For me, there's just a bit more connection there. Watch your vowels. Sometimes they get you kind of diphthong into them. Like fry, fresca, right? Good, very good. I want you to kind of imagine that as you're standing up, the idea of being pulled through the floor. That you're just going, Bella. It's just I was hearing yeah. So like there's a good dark and a bad dark. The good dark for me is connected to the body, connected to the what I call throat chest. The dark we try and avoid is singing in the throat. Where it's just you don't do that.
Okay.
So but I would encourage you to give a little bit more connection here. Bella.
Bella.
That's still slightly tenorial to my ear.
Okay.
Bella. Yeah. Good. And then one other thing that I want to do. So I put my 5 vowels here. E, A, O, U. So Bella, siccome un angelo. Yeah, we've only got like 5 minutes. It's good. I mean, if we had more time, it would make more sense. But think of those places, especially for the first phrase. Bella, si, co, me un, angelo.
Si, co, me.
Me is here.
Me, un, angelo.
J is here. Jello. Good. Can we try that?
Sure.
I tend to think that's going to be a good thing for you because even when you spoke it just then, there was more to your sound.
What is it?
So we can be really, really slow. Bella. We can sing it. Let's sing it now.
Bella, siccome un angelo.
There we go. Yeah, I did that the first time. That's beautiful.
Okay, I keep going.
You're just accessing your best resonators at that point. It's just you're not pushing the sound. We're just hearing a better overtone and a bigger sound naturally. Because the last thing you want to do is to fake the sound. Because I could say go boo. No one's going to want that. Good. This is really good. Okay, Bella, let's do the next phrase. We can go really slow because I really like that.
In terra pellegrino.
Go in terra.
In terra pellegrino. Fresca siccome.
You go fresca. Don't.
Fresca.
No, fresca. There you go.
Fresca siccome il Giglio.
Too much of an open air right now, but I don't want the diphthong, so just go fresca. Sorry, Keaton, you're now going fresca. I want a better air vowel.
Fresca.
Like egg, fresca, egg,
Fresca.
It's just I hear a little R in your air.
Okay.
Okay, but it's not as Italian as I think we want right now.
Okay. Fresca.
Nice. Yeah.
Fresca, siccome il Giglio. Giglio.
Yeah, right. No one watches TV.
Beautiful.
Che s'apre sul mattino.
Beautiful.
I keep going.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Occhio che poi la ride.
Your occhio, give a nice double occhio.
Occhio che parlai ride.
Parla with a good rolled R to parla ride.
Occhio che parlai ride. Sguardo che cor conquire.
Oh, really go there. You're doing some great stuff, Keith, but co.
Sguardo che cor conquire.
I think trust the resonance more. I feel you were pushing a little bit on the chord.
Yeah.
But I much prefer this. I mean, it could be just nerves the first time round, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel a lot more connected. I hear a lot more connection and resonance and color. And I don't, the first time round, I mean, I'm always nervous to have that baritone tenor discussion, especially in masterclass. Like, that's not going to help anybody. I know an identity crisis, but I would query sometimes that it was too tenorial.
Okay.
And, you know, but this doesn't make me query that so much.
Okay.
And so I just want to make sure you're just keeping that place. Good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not quite sure what to go back to. Just, get back to that phrase.
Sure. Sguardo che cor conquire.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. Sguardo che cor conquire. Chioma che vince levano.
Keep it the same pace. Don't go.
Chioma che vince levano. Sorriso incantator.
Sorriso.
Sorriso.
Yeah.
Sorriso incantator. Sorriso incantator.
What note do you need? Are we in the right?
I'd say, all my innocent.
Let's go back. I think with A flat, right?
All my innocent ingenua, che sei medesima ignora, modesta impareggiabile, bonta.
I'm really loving the access of the 5 vowels that we talked about, but your air vowel sometimes goes, oh.
Yeah.
I need a little bit more I guess you sometimes put R in your air right now.
I see. Yeah. Moda.
A little too bright.
Moda.
In moda.
Moda.
Yeah, moda.
Moda. Saimpare.
You can work on maybe not. You just work on that on your own, but you're going moda, 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 moda.
Moda.
Yes, nice.
Modesta impareggiabile, bonta che bonta che vinamo.
You kind of I think you need to keep it. It's almost like you're worried to kind of open it. I get that. You don't want to open F, but don't feel you've got to grab it or do anything on that F. It's already in the body.
Bonta che vinamo.
You do it sliding down your chair.
Bonta che vinamo.
What's your history with Fs?
I tend to sing them unsupported, or I don't wait for my support to kick in.
Yes. Yeah. Do you look at it that you've got to like cover on an F or do something to an F?
I try not to, but I often listen to it when I'm singing it too much.
I do. I hear you kind of literally stop the note before in your mind. I go, I just slide down that chair and don't even think about it. Think of it. It's just an expression that, I mean, when Donizetti wrote it, it was just an idea of what he's thinking at that time.
Mm.
How are we doing on time, Mary?
Yes, I was just about to say we basically have 1 minute for Keaton.
Okay. So Keaton, let's just carry on because that's very good. Just carry on from where we left off.
Ai, miseri pietosa, gentil, dolce amorosa.
Silent into it.
Gentil, dolce amorosa.
We've got to finish there, but Keaton, that's great. I hope that, I know it's a very short time. That was really good.
Thank you.
Good stuff, Keaton. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Take care.
Monica is our last singer. Monica, can you unmute yourself?
Hi.
Hi, Monica. Tell me a little bit about yourself before you sing.
So I'm currently a sophomore studying at DePaul University, studying for my undergraduate degree, and I'll be singing Moja Pieszczotka by Ignacy Jan Paderewski.
Great. Wonderful. Let's hear it. Good job. It's beautiful. Tell me how you got this piece. What made you decide to choose it?
So I was, before whole Corona happened, I was supposed to sing through the Collaborative Art Institute of Chicago, a Polish workshop, and they chose 3 songs, and one of the songs they chose for me was this one, and I fell in love with it.
Good. Yes, I don't know this piece, and only know a couple of words in Polish. So what's the song about?
So it's about, the Moja Pieszczotka means my sweetheart, my darling. So I'm basically just pouring my love to my lover. I'm just like fantasizing about the way he talks, the way his eyes sparkle, and everything about him just makes me swoon.
Good. Good job. And I kind of got that, which is great. So this is what I want you to experiment with. I want you to start singing this again and sing it as if it's a really sad song. So sometimes there's a flutter in your vibrato and other times not. And I'm just trying to settle that so you can just feel that there's more connection to that. What's the rest of your room like? Like, do you have a flat wall that I could use, that you could use?
Yes. I don't know if I'll have to turn the camera this way though. Yeah, so over there.
There you go. So I want you to kind of it's not dissimilar to what we did with Keaton, but can you sing it? You're gonna have to do it without accompaniment if that's okay with you. And sing that and think of going, huh, huh, huh.
Okay.
Sad song, although it's not. This is just to help technically, and then slide down the wall a little bit when you do that. Like slide down maybe like 12 inches, yeah. And then come back up each time. Can you do it a little bit more weepy, cryy, as if you're crying? Oh, yeah. That's a lot better. I really like that. And I know it's not necessarily apropos to the piece, the text, but I really like where the color in your voice goes that way. Yeah, it's more centered, it's more focused. Otherwise, it gets a little bit, for want of a better word, frenetic. It gets a little bit goes out of you. So I want you to keep it. So kind of stand where you were before the beginning and see if you can find that. You can stand there and see if you can find that placement, that idea in the body. It's to do with support. Sometimes you let support go out.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that we need to talk physiologically about what we need to do support-wise right now in the short time that we've got. But I like this idea of going, Now, who was it? It was Katie Dobbs who did too much. I want to say, I don't know if you were there for the first singer. Yeah, it's the opposite for you, which will then settle your voice. So can you try that again? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What vowel is that? Yeah, you're kind of going, you're opening a little bit in the throat. Almost go to a musical theatre place. Almost. Don't think about it. Yeah. It's a fresher sound. How old are you?
19.
Yeah. Sometimes we kind of think we've got to push the sound to become classical or operatic, right? But your voice already has that nice color, nice operatic, let's say. But don't subconsciously show off that that's what the voice can do. Mm-hmm. You need to kind of feel a little bit more in the body, so I always say less is more. I teach a lot of big voiced singers, but when they're not pushing, when they're not blowing the sound, that's when they sing the best. That's when it's the most opulent. That's when they cut the orchestra. I mean, big voices usually will cut an orchestra, but if they're blowing the sound, you don't get that nice overtone. The small placement actually is the one that sounds the best and the biggest. Mm-hmm. So let's carry on from where you left off. Do you know where you are?
Yeah.
Can you say that in Polish? Just speak it in the Polish. Good. Can you kind of almost go to that place? Oh yeah. You have to do that. That is so nice. And actually the pathos behind the piece, I still see it in it makes it still work as a happy piece for me, because it's more meaningful actually. And I'm drawn into the text, even though I'm not exactly sure what it is. But I think when you do too much of the theatrics, we kind of lose really what you're trying to say. So to carry on, because that was beautiful singing. When you have an E vowel, is that the E in Polish? You're going, don't modify it, because it again gets like a clouded, dissipated sound. E. Be true to that vowel. Give me a true vowel. E. You're going foo. E. Actually, make it ugly. I'm nervous to say that, but make an ugly E. Good. Smaller still. Smaller still. I know. I appreciate you going for it. Yeah. That's better. It's better. It's interesting. because your instrument likes it that way, and it's still a big sound. You're not making the voice smaller. You're finding a smaller resonance, I guess, placement. But us as the listener will get the better overtone. Even though none of us are in the room with you, I guarantee they'd get a better, cleaner, more beautiful placement and overtone. Good, carry on, that's great. Can you say those words? Good, Yeshenya, and you went Shenya, Shenya. Yeah, just enjoy it. Don't be operatic. Don't do it. It's already in the voice. Nice. That's really nice, because the time before you kind of pushed out there, and you don't need to. And actually, in essence, you're supporting better because you're keeping everything contained. You're actually finding that nice placement, which means you're going to be supporting better. If I push out the sound, it usually means I'm not using support. Right? Good, carry on. It's really beautiful. So what is she saying? What is she saying just then?
I'd only like to.
Yeah. Then go back to the wall and just pretend you're leaning against a lamppost and singing that. You don't need to do the hand.
Okay. Should I go back to the wall?
Yeah. Like, just pretend you were like contemplating that, or that it's the first time it's coming to your mind. Because when you put your hand up like that, it's almost like you need to find the note. I'm not quite sure why you did that. Just keep it in. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Good. What's the vowel? No. Oh yeah. Good. So for you need to put some air in your R. Okay. So do it again, if that makes sense. Try and put a little bit more air in your R up there, even though it might not be exactly right Polish, but I want to see what your voice does that way. Were you there when I told Keaton this placement? Did you see that? Yeah. Put your hand here for the air vowel. Better, cleaner. It doesn't sound so like you're pushing or blowing. Good, well done. Carry on, it's great.
We have 1 minute.
Okay, thank you. So we've got like 1 more minute, Amelia. I don't hear Amelia now though, Mary.
Sorry, it's Monica actually.
Oh. Oh, sorry. I was trying to talk to Mary, thinking that was Mary, and I got your name wrong. So yeah, I don't hear Monica.
You hear me? I'm here.
Okay, great, thank you. We got, I think, a few more seconds.
Okay. Want me to continue?
Yes.
Perłowy ząbki błysną wśród korali, ach, wdycze szwili, potem was
I think we need to finish there. That's really good. I much prefer that. It's really nice. That's very good. Thank you, Monica. Sorry, I'm getting everyone's names wrong. Monica, thank you though. And thank you everybody. That was fun. Thank you.
Yes, thank you to all of our singers. And Darrell, you've been amazing. We do have a few minutes for questions. So if you have a question, if you would like to ask, you can either put it in the chat, or you're welcome to digitally raise your hand. And we'd love to have Darrell answer any questions that you might have. So let's see here.
Yeah, let me demonstrate the finger for the vowels. This is E. So like, if I put my hand here, it's E, R, or, oh, so, that makes sense. What do I look for auditions? Hang on now, because they're going. What do I look for during auditions? That's a good question. Lots of things. I love it when someone just kind of does their thing and not there to impress, but auditions are so hard. I think people perform better under, with the lights, makeup and costume than they do in auditions. I know how that feels. But in auditions, I want people to find the repertoire that they know fits them best and makes them shine. Don't show off singing lots of high notes. Show that you can do lots of different things with repertoire, and come very prepared with the repertoire, and let us know who you are. Don't try and be someone you're not.
We do have a raised hand, if that is okay, Mike.
Hi there. Hope you're well. Thank you so much for having this class. So I'm currently finishing my master's at McGill in Canada, and I'm looking towards doctoral programs. So I'm wondering if you can talk about the doctoral program at Juilliard and what kind of sets it apart. I mean, Juilliard, of course, already is well known, but in particular for its doctoral program, what are the kind of features that might be?
What was your name again?
My name is Mike Finn.
Hi. Thank you for the question. I'll be honest with you, I've been at Juilliard just for 1 year, so I hope I give the right answer. I think that there are only a very few people that they choose for the doctoral program, usually one vocalist, if that, a year or every 2 or 3 years. And I don't think they will always get chosen for performing opportunities as much as they would in the master's program or the opera ADOS program. And I believe it's very academic based, but they do get singing lessons. And if I don't give any more information than that, that's just because I'm still the new kid on the block and I don't want to get anything wrong. But that's from what I know so far. Did you say you just did your master's?
I will be finishing it this year. So
are you on the academic road or performing road?
Currently I'm looking at both, because obviously performance is always kind of risky, especially given the current climate. So
sure, because you can do professional degrees at schools, right, which is kind of beyond the master's degree, or a graduate diploma, which Juilliard has, which is slightly different to the master's degree, having it for those usually that have done it. I hope that answers your question a little bit.
Yes, thank you so much.
Welcome.
So we have a question from Susan, who says, do you have any ideas for Czech, Russian, or Polish repertoire for auditions that are commonly used? She's been told that to focus on those languages for her rep, that rep for her voice.
My voice. That's a difficult question to answer, I'll be honest with you. And if we're talking about opera repertoire, I'd really have to listen to your voice to know. And what voice type I'm not sure what voice type you are. Susan, I'm going to guess soprano or mezzo-soprano. Maybe message me privately. I'm happy if they want my email address to answer that question. Quite often it's going to, they will want Italian, German, and French and English over Czech Russian, but if it fits someone's voice and it shows their voice off really well, then they should offer that too. I think someone asked about Zoom. Yes, I do give private Zoom lessons. I would have, lyric soprano, sorry, you're lyric soprano, Susan. Yeah, maybe Susan, if you send me an email, I'm happy to answer that question, because I'd want to have to know what your voice is. I think these are all the questions.
Darrell, do you want to share what your email address is? Would that be okay?
Yes. So, well, I'm a little nervous to give that if everyone's going to.
But instead,
yes,
everyone can email.
Well, no, actually, my Juilliard address, if it's obviously singer related, is dbabidge@juilliard.edu, and that's fine. I mean, that's out there for everyone to have, so they can on dbabidge@juilliard.edu. I'm happy to answer anybody's questions.
Great, thank you. Okay, maybe one final question from Lexi. Would you suggest quilter for American pieces for college auditions for young sopranos?
Well, quilter is British, so you probably, what is it called for American piece of college? Yeah, quilter is British composer. So I would probably go maybe Copeland. I mean, there's lots of American composers, but Quilter's a great composer, but it probably might not work for American, I think. Okay, you're fine, Lexi, don't worry. I said, so yeah, so, but Quilter's a great piece. I love Quilter. How working very hard against the performing range. Yeah, the question in your 40s, quite often people with that repertoire spin to dramatic soprano repertoire. You can still get in the arena when you're early 40s. It's, you know, this career is very difficult for any age, any voice. It's very competitive, but if you've got the goods for that repertoire, I've known a few people that started their careers at the age of 40 in that repertoire. Again, email me if you want specific answers. Trolls. Alice Pierce. Do you know Alice Pierce? Yes, that's my wife's first teacher. She just sent a message. Which role should a young baritone learn first? Again, I'd have to know your voice type, but there's some good Handel baritone arias that I'm now I'm having to. But look for baritone. Look at the baritone sacred arias. There's some good arias there. Operatic, Bella Siccome, which we just heard today. Again, I'd have to listen to the voice, but don't go into Verdi, don't do anything big. Do Handel or Mozart. That would be my take on that.
Great, thank you, Darrell. Do you plan to be at the expo class for Juilliard, or is it going to be an?
I think it won't be me. I think it's someone else.
That's okay. Somebody was just asking. So I think that's probably all the time we have. So thank you everyone so much for being here. And Darrell, thank you so much for giving your time.
You're welcome. I enjoyed it, and they all sang really, really well. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
You guys all have a good day, and we'll see you at our next class. Thank you.
Bye.